Yo, what's going on YouTube? What's going on everybody? Welcome back to the channel. How you guys doing out there today? I hope you are doing fine. Hope you are doing well. So we're here with a Woody Guthrie, This Land Is Your Land. Now, I don't know if this is kind of the was it like a childhood kind of song that we've heard? This land is your land, this land is my land. Maybe this is that song. It's got the same title, but I do remember like a childhood chant with children kind of singing just that part of the song. So this is 4 minutes 30 seconds, well more than what I'm gonna know, because that's about all I know is what I said. But with a Mr. Woody Guthrie. So we'll see at the end if he was the original songwriter of this or how it came about on the wiki. But this one's been suggested for a few months now in the comment sections as I was doing the political videos. So as you can see on this man's guitar, this machine kills fascists. The music, right? The song of the people is what I'm gonna kind of assume here. Reminds me of Tom Morello from Rage Against the Machine. Always has some kind of message on his guitar, you know. So it's a statement, I guess, a way for people, artists, to share their own thoughts on political matters. He's doing it right there with his the label on his guitar, but I assume with the music and the song as well. So let's go ahead and jump into this and hear this one right here. I have a feeling just with the words right here of the title of the song that we might really enjoy this one. So let's go ahead and take a listen. My first time hearing Mr. Woody Guthrie. Here we go. Got the static on this one.
This land is your land, and this land is my land. From California to the New York Island, from the redwood forest to the Gulf Stream waters, this land was made for you and me. As I went a-walking that ribbon of highway, and I saw above me that endless skyway, I saw below me that golden valley. This land was made for you and me.
Powerful message. What times though, huh? This is offensive now.
I roamed and rambled, and I followed my footsteps in the sparkling sands of her diamond deserts. All around me, a voice was a-sounding. This land was made for you and me. There was a big high wall there that tried to stop me. The sign was painted, said private property, but on the back side it didn't say nothing. This land was made for you and me. When the sun comes shining, then I was strolling in the wheat fields waving and the dust clouds rolling. A voice was chanting as the fog was lifting. This land was made for you and me.
You can feel the aging on this recording.
This land is your land, and this land is my land. From California to the New York Island, from redwood forest to the Gulf Stream waters, this land was made for you and me.
It's got a really great little jingle to it, like fantastic. Oh, 2:45 it stopped. Let's see, is it the rest just white noise? All right, there we go. So much shorter than the 4 minute 30 second. All right, I'm intrigued to know why they made it that much longer on this video, but it was much shorter than that, about what 2:45, something like that. So the song, I love the recording. I love the sound of it. It's not going to be for everybody's ear, but for somebody who's grown up with definitely, you know, better studio engineering than they had around this time, there's something nice about it. There's a group of people that like going back and watching black and white films, and even the ones that are just captioned, and there's no voices in it, right? There are people that from my age and even younger that like to go back and listen to those or watch those films. That's kind of the interest I have in this. I like going back and hearing the different types of recording qualities. It takes you into a different era, and it adds to the atmosphere of that song. I like that personally. So that's number one. I know it's not going to be for everybody. Woody Guthrie. I don't know anything about this gentleman. I don't know where he stood with his own political beliefs, his thoughts on society. We'll see if we get any understanding of that when we read the wiki. But this is a impactful kind of song, and it's one that reaches out to the hearts of those, I think, that have some kind of empathy for others, especially those who are struggling and looking for a helping hand. And it's pretty much the welcoming song, right? So shout out, I think anybody with a big heart is going to feel this one and really appreciate what Woody is saying here. It definitely made me think about different things taking place today, and much love to those who need it, right? To those who are feeling oppressed where they came from and are now feeling pressure from where they are. I can only imagine what those people are going through on a daily basis. So much love to them, and let's keep them in our thoughts, definitely, and doing what we can to help others out. I think that's the strong message that this kind of sent to me here. So let's go ahead and dive in and see what the wiki has to say. All right, so we have this song being released, published in 1945. So definitely took us back further than where I was thinking in my head. I wasn't sure where we would fall, but 45 is well before where I thought, probably about by 20 years. Okay, so this recording is definitely much older than I had thought it might be. It reminds me of when we were growing up. We had this gentleman who lived on our neighborhood, and I must have been around 10 years old at this point. This gentleman must have been around 90 years old, 85, 90 years old. Very, very older gentleman than us, and he would invite us over, and we'd be in his garage. He'd make us like little wooden pistols that had like rubber bands. It was like a rubber band shooter gun, and he'd be playing records on his record player, and they sounded like staticky, like that, that sound of that's quality right there. So that's kind of where this song also took me back to. It says, "This Land Is Your Land" is a song by the American folk singer Woody Guthrie, one of the United States' most famous folk singers. So I've probably stumbled across his name a few times if I'm thinking like listening to Bob Dylan, who is probably my first exposure to a folk-like artist. Woody Guthrie has probably been mentioned on some of the wikis. It says its lyrics were written in 1940 in critical response to Irving Berlin's "God Bless America." Its melody is based on Carter family tune called "When the World's on Fire." When Guthrie was tired of hearing Kate Smith's song "God Bless America" on the radio in 1930s, he sarcastically called his song "God Bless America for Me" before renaming it "This Land Is Your Land." So it says in 2002, "This Land Is Your Land" was one of 50 recordings chosen by the Library of Congress to be added to the National Recording Registry. In 2021, it was listed as number 229 on the Rolling Stones Top 500 Songs of All Times, and it's number 11 on its list of the 100 best protest songs of all times. Guthrie's melody was very similar to the melody of "Oh My Loving Brother," a Baptist gospel hymn that had been recorded by the Carter family as "When the World's on Fire." Okay, so this melody has been used quite a bit. I like it. I like the melody, the chorus. So, I guess he didn't quite create that type of jingle, but he adopted it for this song right here. It says Guthrie's song, however, had a different melodic structure from the hymn or the similar Carter family's melodies. So kind of breaking down, I guess, the meaning of this, it says the verses critical of America are not often performed in schools or official functions. They can be best interpreted as a protest against the vast income inequalities that exist in the United States and against the suffering of millions during the Great Depression. The U.S., Guthrie insists, was made and could still be made for you and me. The interpretation is consistent with such other Guthrie songs as Pretty Boy Floyd and Guthrie's lifelong struggle for social justice. All right, so that's what we got with this song. Suiting time for it to be requested, which is why it was requested. So thank you for that request. I appreciate it. Hopefully you appreciated me getting into some Woody Guthrie and taking a listen. I definitely enjoyed this song right here. Once again, kind of the audio setting of it all was a bit pleasing to me as well. So I appreciate that. If you guys got more requests, please drop them down below. Thank you guys for tuning in with me today. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see y'all on the next one. Stay positive, gang. Peace.